What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. I am about to go on an adventure. I'm here at Sunwatch Village, which is an open air museum where you can explore the village, and I'm really excited. So come along with me on an epic adventure. There is the entrance to the museum. So I'm at the exhibits. A couple of the displays are closed, probably for maintenance, but last time I was here there was like the tarp back there. None of this was there, but I think it's just normal standard for the museum to keep the artifacts preserved, even if it's like models and stuff, which is great because that's the whole purpose of archaeological research. We're not just studying the past, we're preserving it for the future to see. This here is the satellite version of what the village will look like, which we are about to go see soon. And check this out. The village was actually set up as some sort of constellation, like a sundial. So it's basically kind of like a living sundial. I forgot what it was called because I did a lot of research on it, but and also this village only lasted for 20 years, and at its height only 250 people were living there. And while the village was short-lived, but there was a lot of history and culture to it, so you can only imagine how much history has went on in those 20 years. This over here is the model of the village, which is pretty cool because the way the layout is, it's like they knew exactly what they're doing. It's like they knew how to align it exactly how the constellations are, much like the pyramids of Giza. And people wonder, why would they want to create a layout like this and live like this? Well, why did the Egyptians build the pyramids the way they did, you know? So even though this is supposed to be a living area, but it's more than that. This is pretty much the food and plants that they would have eaten, which doesn't appear to be much, but this is how people live and ate back then. Before we head to the village, I want to show you. See that turkey right there? Now, this is my third time coming here, but a different time period. When I came here for the first time in 3rd grade and the second time in 2018, there was an indigenous person on there, and I think they changed it periodically, but you can pretty much imagine how they would have domesticated their livestock depending on what the tribe is. Before we go, this is pretty much how they stored their food, and I can see 1200 AD, so obviously it would have been fresh. But if you go a year later, you'll see that there's a bunch of bones and other stuff, which is actually more of a trash pit. So it went from being a food storage to a trash pit, which will make sense because they gotta throw their trash somewhere, can't leave it lying around. And then the present day, all of this had decayed except for the pottery shards and the bones. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's head over to the village. We are now outside, and that's the village. Last time I here, there was a bunch of huts, but it looks like there's not that much. They're probably reconstructing it, or actually they're experimenting, because what they did is they naturally let it decay when I was last here to show how long it will take for things to deteriorate, because there was a theory that what caused the village downfall after 20 years. Some say there was extended droughts, which is common in most ancient sites. but also there was a fire that may have caused them to abandon the site, and of course, war. If you were to ask me, I say it's a combination of all three. I'm not going to let the fact that there wasn't much to look at, because to tell you the truth, I only came here to get out of my apartment, but still fun. But if you ever want to come over to Sunwatch Village and explore this magnificent site, show your support, and even donate, have at it, because each time you visit, and even if you just donate or make a purchase for your tickets, you're not just getting a chance to explore the site, you're helping at the museum fund their archaeological site, to keep their doors open, help them preserve the site more, and bring in more discoveries. I'm inside one of the huts, and there's only a couple of them standing, and I did saw some construction over there. So I think what they're doing is they're trying to do some maintenance and update it. And when I was here in 2018, there were a few huts up there, but the last time when I was there, there was a couple buildings that looks like they were deteriorating. So I know they said they were experimenting, but I think at that time, I think either they were having financial problems or they just didn't have enough funding. But it's pretty cool to be inside one of those huts, because even if it's just one, you can still get a feel of how life was like in this village, even though it was short-lived due to various circumstances. But it's so enriching in history and culture, even though there's not much out there. But still, it's a great way to explore it, and it's good exercise, so I'm actually enjoying it. Plus, it's great to get out of the house for a bit. You can't see much, but this is also where they bury their dead. They had these stone slabs where they kept their the remains. And check this out, they actually divide them into class. So if you are a lower class, I guess you are in the inner circle, and when you're upper class, you are in the outer circle. At least that's what I remember. And that over there is a wooden pole which they use for the sundial, which is kind of like a Stonehenge. In other words, the wooden Stonehenge. As you can see, this is where the main huts used to be, but from the looks of it, it looks like they're getting ready to rebuild it and stuff. And I'm thinking maybe next time I come back, I might see if they have done it. So there might be a part 2. Well, that was fun. It's great to get out of the house for a bit and explore the museum. I think I might come back again. I'm gonna head on home, and I'll see you guys later. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This has been fun, and it's a real adventure. I would definitely go back there. And for those of you who live in Ohio or in the Dayton area and would like to explore this magnificent archaeological site, I highly recommend. And remember, each time you make a donation, when you purchase your tickets or purchase anything at the souvenir shop, you're helping the museum run their museum and keeping their doors open and helping them continue to preserve this magnificent site. So I highly recommend, and also feel free to share this video. So anyways, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and hit that subscription button and hit that notification button so you don't miss a single video. And until next time, stay classy, and I'll see you all in the next video.